welcome back to another episode of Tap In with Titi. The Puerto Rican Princess, Joseline Hernandez, is here. Hello.
What up, Titi? What's good, babes?
You know what's crazy is that you and I have met in so many different settings.
Stop.
BT Awards, MTV Awards. Then you had an old manager who introduced us to each other.
What?
I forgot the person's name. But we never got a chance to like officially sit down and have a conversation. But it was always like in passing, like, oh, this Titi, this is Joseline, Titi, Joseline, Titi. So we met a million times.
Well, you're doing your thing. Congratulations, Titi. And you know, you're legendary. My husband says that about you. So it's good that I'm here. Right on time, baby. Right on time.
Well, you are legendary. You have turned yourself into a household name.
Oh, thank
you. And a businesswoman.
Thank you.
So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
How is married life going, by the way?
Married life is pretty good because my husband is very sexy.
Yeah.
And he's amazing. You know, not only that he's sexy, we work together.
Yeah.
I could make my biggest hits with the sexiest man that I know.
Yeah.
And it's important to be able to do that, you know, because a lot of people, I feel like they can't work together when they're married. But my husband and I, we make music together. We make love together. We travel the world together. I think it's cool to be able to do that. And it's wonderful.
Do you ever get tired of each other?
I'm sure we get tired of each other at home. I'm sure that is you know, conflict there because we're humans, right? But then it's like we're right back to it. And shout out to him. It's actually his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday. He's a
Virgo. He's a Virgo.
Virgos are amazing. My son's birthday is next Monday, the 15th. So Virgos are all about their business.
I love him. He's the best Virgo.
Yeah, and I heard that they're very, very, very good in the bed. Virgos.
Oh my gosh! First of all, listen. That African man, ladies, keep your paws and your eyes off him. You know, when we go on tour, they be grabbing his butt, touching his chest. Like the ladies in the crowd, I'm literally on stage performing and he passes by or be, you know, playing the music and the ladies are on him, touching all over him. Ladies, I don't want to see you touching on ballistic. You're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have a problem.
How many years it's been you guys have been married?
We've been married for like how many years? October 11th is going to make it 4 years.
Wow.
And we actually got married in the court. But I'm going to do a big wedding.
That's interesting. I've been married. I hit 7 years in August, and I, too, did a courthouse wedding.
I think it's so, listen, if you guys are truly in love, it's like a thing where you just want to make it happen.
Yeah.
And it's not like we don't need a whole celebration because I think that being together is a celebration.
Absolutely.
Every day. And he's truly the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah. Is
like,
he the one that
outside of
like,
Bonnie Bella?
Yeah.
Obviously, my kid, you know?
your baby, right.
Yeah.
Is he the one that kind of got you more focused? Because we've been watching your transition for quite some time. Obviously, from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta to now the Zeus Network. You've been on TV. God, how many years it's been? Like at least 10 or 11, right?
It's been 15 years that I've been on TV. And, you know, when I left Love and Hip Hop, I just was going through so much there, right? It was real toxic for me because I was younger and I used to party a lot. So it was almost like I was put in this place as such a young person to just become a superstar. Yeah. Right. And I always wanted to be a superstar. I always wanted to be the sexiest woman alive. Yeah. That was my thing when I was 14, 15. I look in the mirror and I'm like, it's like it was something that I just needed to show to the world and to myself. Yeah. More to myself. Yeah. And so, you know, coming from Love and Hip Hop, which shout out to Viacom and you know, VH1, you know, I started my career there. Mm-hmm. But being able to transition to do like Joseline's Cabaret and owning the show. Because a lot of people, they'll work for companies for a long time. Yeah. I got to the point where it's like it was so stressful for me, but then I was like, okay, I can't go work for another company and make them $1 billion. I got to figure it out for myself. So when I met Lemmy, the CEO of Zeus,
I just spoke to him like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And I asked him like who's his biggest, you know, money maker, what shows do very well for him, and if he had to pick between the Baddie show or your show, and he's like, don't put me in the middle of that. I love them equally, but he was just explaining how well your show does for the network. And now Zeus Network is worth $1 billion. It's $1 billion company now.
Yeah. I like to say I have something to do with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I make them a lot of money. Look, I make them millions and millions and millions of dollars a month, right? Yeah. And so they treat me very well. I do love them and appreciate them, and I love and appreciate Joseline's Cabaret and Joseline's Cabaret tour and everything that has to do with my music and my songs. I was the first one in the network to put a soundtrack on the TV show.
Yeah.
I was the first one on the network to play the whole album, the whole discography on camera. I was the first one in the network that every episode it was a new song and a new song. Produced all the songs are produced by my husband Ballistic, and I was the first one on the network to do that. So I elevated Zeus Network so much by being able to do that, because now all the shows, they really follow my method. You know, they follow everything that I've done.
Because Baddies is now getting into the music.
Yeah.
So I actually saw that they put out a single and they're starting to do kind of what you just said, the same thing, the same formula. But the difference between Joseline and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is Joseline now owns a piece of Joseline's Cabernet.
Yeah, absolutely. I own it. So, you know, obviously me and Lemmy are the owner. But I think it's a great business deal that we did, and I appreciate him for everything that he's done and everything. But I'm growing as an owner, not just Joseline's Cabaret, but also I'm growing as a producer and a creator. And I have 2 shows that I have actually created. One called Dancing Freaks.
Oh.
Sexy Man.
Okay.
Showing body. Yeah. We film.
When is that debut?
So I actually filmed the show already.
Okay.
I filmed it already, and it was epic. It was epic. I filmed it already. It's coming out in the next couple of months.
Okay.
It's not gonna be on Zeus Network.
Okay.
I brought it to Lemmy. I don't think it was enough confrontation for him. But the guys are lovers. They're not fighters. They're amazing. They sexy. They showcase their body. Yeah. They want to please a woman. My dancing freaks. They're here to please ladies, not to fight. So when Lemmy didn't think it was a good idea or a good fit for the network, surprisingly, I got some good investors to come on board and give me the money to film, Dancing Freaks, and to also film Taste the Beat, which is a show with my husband and my daughter and myself. And so, that's coming out too in the next couple of months. So I wasn't able to put it on Zeus Network, but I was able to find another platform for it and got the money to do it. So I think the ladies are going to be very excited about Dancing Freaks. And also, the fans are going to be excited to see Bonnie Bella. Bonnie Bella grew she was born on TV. She grew up. She was born.
We remember the epic episode of you in the bathroom with the pregnancy test.
I
cannot unlive that, okay? You cannot unlive that. You have so many moments on TV. And I recently saw you put up a post about, you did a TikTok video with Bonnie Bella, and you were saying that folks were, said you would never be a good mom and all of this stuff. But now we see you in mommyhood, and it's like you just a natural, that motherhood is just natural to you.
Yeah. I'm having a great time. My favorite thing to do right now is to be a mother. Yeah. Like I try to cancel my tour. I'm going on tour next week. So everybody get your tickets, joselinscabaret.com. Going on tour next month. But I try to cancel my tour because as soon as I got home and I settled for 3 weeks, I no longer wanted to leave the house. Yeah. Just being a mother, seeing my daughter, she goes to work with me. She dances with me. She's go to an amazing school. She's a genius. She's amazing. She's so proper. She's everything that I should have been as a girl. But I grew up in the slums of Puerto Rico, so it's different, right? Right. But she's so everything, and I guess that obviously because I am changing and I'm becoming a businesswoman or a better woman or a different person, it makes you become a better mother. But she's just so sweet, though. She's like so sweet, and she's like the greatest dancer. Like she dances so amazing. She plays the piano. She taught herself how to play the piano.
She's self-taught. That's a very hard skill to learn. The piano is one of the hardest instruments to learn.
She speaks Mandarin and obviously Spanish. Wow. She's always on the media for speaking Spanish, but she speaks a few languages, and she's just so smart, and she excels at math.
Wow.
Excels at math.
Wow.
But I shout out to my husband. We always put so much time and love, and especially him. Yeah. She's just so amazed by him. Yeah. And
how's the co-parenting thing? Has that been working out?
I mean, I don't really see my BD like that. It's when he sees Bonnie, they talk. She's, loves her other brothers and sisters, and they talk and communicate, and they talk on the phone all the time and on the FaceTime. Because I do be seeing them on the FaceTime a lot.
Yeah.
So like if I'm walking by, I hear them talking. You know.
But she has her own phone. You and Stevie don't have direct connect. It's through her and the FaceTime with her dad.
Absolutely. But no, I speak. If I see him, I speak.
It's no love lost there.
Yeah, no, that's my homie. Like, listen, me and my husband are very, we care for Stevie. We don't wish him any harm. We wish him all the best. Right. And we support him. So we see him and we say hello and just keep it moving. But, we're leaving for Lauderdale, you know what I'm saying?
We're Lauderdale. First of all, let me just say I was in Fort Lauderdale about a month ago looking at some property in Fort Lauderdale.
It's so beautiful.
It is a city that is really developing.
Yeah.
And they're putting a lot of new condos and new structures up in Fort Lauderdale. So it's a really beautiful area and nice to raise kids.
I love Lauderdale. Lauderdale. I always screaming out, Lauderdale, huh? Lauderdale. Ladies, you know. I be seeing you on my shows, Yeah, I love Fort Lauderdale. So, just being there and being there with the family is just, I'm always in New York. I perform a lot in New York. I was here at the Puerto Rican Parade. And to have 300,000 people, 200,000 people, however many they had, screaming my name.
You love it.
I was just like, I love New York. Yeah. They adore me here. They know what I do. They know my songs. They love my music. They come to my shows. Like, I could come here 20 times in a month. I would sell out every single day.
Yeah.
And it's special to be able to do that in New York.
I was going to say, what do you think has been your secret sauce to success? Because there were a lot of girls who came into the reality space, whether it was, Love and Hip Hop, whether it was through any other network. Some have come and have been successful like yourself, and some have fallen by the wayside. What do you think your secret sauce was to this success that you're having?
Not taking no for an answer and not letting people tell you that you cannot. Like, I'm signed to my husband's label. Yeah. I sell out shows. I made millions of dollars on tour by people just buying my tickets, pressing my links.
Yeah.
I am the label. We are the label. Yeah. You don't need anybody anymore. You don't need a big record label. You don't need a big company.
To be successful and make a living.
To make a living, you don't need anybody. You need your phone. It's all a hands away. It's a fingertip away.
Yeah.
To put yourself out there. Keep working and believing in yourself. More importantly, in this industry, right, it's very hard and very difficult to stay afloat. Because, like you said, a lot of the ladies that come from Love and Hip Hop, look at them. They're still doing Love and Hip Hop.
They're still doing
you don't own Love and Hip Hop. Why would you work for them folks for 20 years?
Right.
Like, I'm not working for nobody for 20 years. I'm not working for anybody. I don't work for anybody now.
Right.
I don't work for anybody now. I am a partnership. I have a partnership with Lemuel Plummer.
Yeah.
At Zeus Network. And everything that I've done at Zeus Network has been the formula for Zeus Network. Mm-hmm. I would never work for anybody. I would never not own my own stuff. And I would never give another company 20 years. And they're not going to believe in you. They don't want to believe in you. You have to invest your own money in yourself. So everything that you do, it literally has to come back from yourself. Mm-hmm. The networks, the companies, they all are a step away from dropping you like a bag of dope. That's the name of the game. That is the name of the game. It's the next best, youngest thing. So you always have to be prepared. You always have to know that you don't need anyone. You always have to understand what this shit is about. Excuse my language. What it's about. What it's about is knowing that you're here and you have limited time on earth to become the best you could be and to give out the best things that you could give to the world. And I'm doing that. And when I left Love and Hip Hop, I said it's going to take God to come down here and get rid of me. And I'm a God believer. I am a Bible thumper. I'm a God believer. I'm a very praying woman and find myself to be even more of a praying woman now, right? And so I've always knew that nobody could take me down. Like, it's just not going to happen. I've had a lot of haters.
Right.
You know how many haters I don't have? I've been a celebrity, but a A-list celebrity that makes millions of dollars by herself without any company, without working on the Viacom, without working under anyone, but working for myself and constantly do that, improve myself. And the young ladies, it's more importantly, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for the young ladies. I come from the slums of Puerto Rico, drug infested. Dad died of a heroin overdose. And I still keep proving to myself and to the world that it's possible to come from that environment and change your whole life around. And it's really truly possible. And but the machine is against you. Mm. Mm. The machine is constantly against you on it every single day. And the machine could be the closest people that you make millions of dollars to.
Yeah.
You could make them $1 billion a month, and that machine's still going to be against you, because the minute they think that you're going to overpass them or oversee them or be everything that they thought you could never be, there's a problem.
Yeah.
And you must be stopped.
Because they don't want you bigger than the network, they don't want to not have the control over you.
Absolutely.
To say, I can pay you this.
Absolutely.
Or you can get that. Once you start seeing your value and your worth, then you start to understand the business at a deeper level.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I get that.
That's the thing on what I tell the young ladies. Hey, it's war out here. You could be ready for war.
Yeah. And
get your shit going, or you could just sit down and be a good girl and do everything that they ask you to do, and let them clock you. I refuse to do that.
Yeah.
I went on, and they could say anything about me, but I went on to owning my own TV show. Mm-hmm. I went on to producing other shows that I'm doing the rollout for them right now, Dancing Freaks and Taste to Be, and however many more I have, selling tours. I don't need anybody to sell tours. Shout out to my manager, Melissa. She put all the tours together. I went on to selling millions of dollars of tours. I've been on 3 tours back to back. This is my 4th one. And I'm here sitting with the most beautiful lady in the world that's been popping for 20-some years, TT. So I'm okay.
You're doing all right.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
How has, your childhood mold you to the person you are today? All those trials and tribulations. You just spoke about your father and dying of a heroin overdose. We're no stranger to your story, but how has that made you the woman you are today?
Well, I would have to honestly say, I don't know how that prepared me. I don't know. I don't know what gives me strength every day.
But I feel like it is this, because I've come from a similar background. Not my dad didn't die of a drug overdose, but he was addicted to alcoholism. So I had a very turbulent life, like a very hard life. And my father's Puerto Rican, my mother is Black, and so we have kind of a lot of similarities in each other's stories, right? As a young woman growing up. But I would say what it does, it gives you this undenying need to succeed, right? It's this inability to lay down. It's like when you accomplish one battle, it's like there's this push to see more. It's like unlocking dimensions in your mental that you didn't know what was there before. So you unlock a level, and then you're like, okay, what's the next level? And then what's the next level?
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
And then mix that in with your deep rooted sense of spirituality and God's favor over your life, because I do believe when you have that level of faith, His hands are covered. So yes, you're going to have these trials and tribulations.
Amen, girl. You about to have me a tea, girl. Take me to church.
Because we're not above them, right? We're not above them. But I think what I love about your journey the most is the ability to have grace and allow you to grow.
And you know what's so crazy that you said that? Thank you for saying that, because they told me that last night. The girls were like, they asked me, well, they didn't tell me, but they were like, we were talking about judgmental. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't judge myself for anything I've done.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what you're saying, allowing yourself to grow.
Right.
Because I'm not judging myself. If I was judging myself, I wouldn't allow myself to grow.
Well, here's the thing. You would stay stuck in that space of who you were before. And that's the problem sometimes with the world, or I would say judgmental people or non-believers or people that don't want to give other people grace. It's like the same person you were 5 years ago is not the same person you are today when you've done the work to change, when you put in the work, when
to be a better person.
To be a better person. Right. So you have to allow, if you're still staying in the same place you were 20 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to unlock these dimensions to have this amount of success if you didn't do the work.
Absolutely.
Because the universe wouldn't have rewarded you with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's permission to say, yeah, I was this person. I'm not going to judge myself for it, because judging myself will keep me stuck.
Yep.
Will keep me feeling like I'm a horrible person. You know, sometimes we do things in life out of necessity or pure ignorance, or the need, that time in your life, I needed to do these things in order to survive.
Right.
And unless you've been in survival, you really wouldn't understand what that is like to do things to survive. So you have to grant yourself permission to not judge yourself for the things that you've done, and to keep elevating and keep growing and keep being that person that, you know, God ultimately wants you to be. It's a journey. Life is a journey.
It's a journey. And people need to know that. You know, I try to tell my dancers that from the cabaret, I don't think they listen and they understand how difficult it is and how much hard work it is to get to a certain level.
Yeah.
And you have to grind and really believe.
Yeah.
You know, and stick to something, or nothing will ever work out for you. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think, too, that's another thing. Consistency is key, right?
Consistency is the whole enchilada.
Yeah.
It's the whole enchilada. You got to constantly give the people what they want and figure out a way to reinvent yourself.
Right.
Not stay in the same place, and always give and give and give and give and give and give more. That's why I'm giving you ladies that dancing freaks. Get a little bit of that action. Get a little bit of that action, ladies. Ooh, you got to come to one of the shows. I'm bringing them to New York. So
when are you coming? I got Melissa's number now, so I'm gonna come.
I'm bringing them here. So they'll start once the shows air in a few weeks. They'll be going on tour. So we'll be taking them on tour. The ladies could buy tickets. Okay. So New York is one of the biggest markets, right, for me, anyways. So I'm bringing the dancing freaks here, and they're so amazing.
I need to be a judge on the show to tell you how I rate them.
Well, we're not judging them. We enjoying them.
Oh, so they get to dance on
you.
Yeah,
baby. Listen, they already went. They went past that part already. That part is done. They don't made it. The dancing freaks is worldwide, baby. They going places. And when I tell you these boys are fine, these boys are fine.
Well, you have to do a girls' version of Dancing Freaks, because you know a lot of women like women dancers.
Well, that's the cabaret. That's Joseline's cabaret. Listen, when we're on tour, the ladies come to enjoy we have 90% ladies, right?
But they do more than just dance.
Oh, baby, we don't. Yeah. Baby, we get nasty up in the cabaret. Listen, y'all know New York. We come to New York and do Joseline's cabaret tour all the time, and y'all know how nasty we get. It's over. You got to literally be 21 and over because of how nasty we get.
Yeah.
It gets serious in there. The ladies, shout out to Joseline's cabaret ladies, because the ladies, you know, they could be whatever. They get on my nerves. They be tripping. But, you know, when we're on tour, we have a good time.
Yeah.
We perform. We sell our shows. We got 2,000-3,000 people in the building just coming to see us. You know, it's a I want to have set. Yeah. So the cabaret ladies are popping. And, you know, if you say they need to bring some new ladies over here for me to take her out of town and out of the country to dance, they girls might be coming after you. They're going to be like, wait a minute, what you got going on? Why you trying to take her job away? Shout out to my cabaret ladies, though. The cabaret ladies they're on fire.
What's the hardest thing about being a boss, a CEO? What's the hardest?
Everybody want to be your friend. Don't nobody want you to be their boss. Everybody's like, we friends. No, we're not friends.
Yeah.
We are working together. And yes, we could be acquaintances and potentially one day be friends. But handle the business. And it's very difficult when you work. Like, okay, I have two close friends, my husband and my manager. And it's very difficult because when I had to step myself out of the wife or the friend zone, I become the boss or, you know, the artist or the talent or whatever you want to call me, right? They don't like me very much because I become a new person. And the switch back and forth that I have to do within that might affect the relationship, but they have to understand because I have to stay a boss. I got things I have to do. And in order for me to keep thriving, keep selling out shows, keep filming TV shows, keep doing this, keep doing that, I can't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
And I got to be on top of them every step of the way. So that's the hardest thing of being a boss. Everybody want to be your friend, but don't nobody want to necessarily take
I take the advice of what the boss is telling them. Right.
Take that beat down. Like, let's get this done. You feel me?
And pay them invoices. You know what I mean? Because invoices are... When part of being a boss is having those invoices coming in.
Oh, tell me.
And paying
look,
them.
I was like, I got to pay this tomorrow? Every 2 weeks, they clocking.
Yeah,
clocking good money.
Yeah.
They clocking good money. So and that's exactly where I go with it. I be like, I don't want to hear no complaint because I'm constantly putting money in your pocket. Every 2 weeks, you're going to get that check, and it's going to clear. It's going to go straight direct deposit.
Yeah, and you
know what I mean? It's going to go straight direct deposit. So come on, they got to do better. But, I like to say that my team is pretty good and they understand me. And, the filming, everybody around me, I think they understand who I am as a person and who I'm becoming as a woman. And I say boss. I hate to use that. It's so overplayed and overused. But I say
CEO.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! If I hear one more person saying they CEOs, CEO or what? What you a CEO of? No, but as I'm growing, I say entrepreneur.
Yes.
Then it becomes a little harder. But for me, I know how to step in and step out, step in, step out, and live life and be happy.
Well, you have that personality. I mean, listen, you do have that personality that is captivating, and I think that's what makes a star, right? Because a lot of people ask me, how do I get into the music business? First of all, you got to have some type of factor to make people want to gravitate to you. And there's some people that have it and some people that don't. Like you put a camera in front of somebody and you can tell instantly whether they got that it with them, right? And I think that's what fans saw from day one, from when you were in Love and Hip Hop. Like, you just was great in front of the camera. You had that star quality in you.
It's so funny because I see some of the girls that come to my shows and see me perform. They be with their mom and their grandma, and they be like, "Take a picture with my mom and my grandma." I'm like, "Why is your grandmama here? And why is you here with your mama?" Right? But that Love and Hip Hop love from those older ladies that used to watch me then, they come to my show and see me perform, and it's crazy because I'm like, damn, I be having 72-year-old ladies in the show. I always bring them to the front because they be like getting crushed up by everybody. I be like, man, get Granny to come up here and sit up here in the back. You know what I'm saying? Let her sit in the cut. So shout out to all the grandmamas and the mamas and the daughters.
Franchise is like 20 years old, so yeah.
Yeah, so I have when they come and see me perform, I just be like, why is your grandmama here? And we got all this ASS in the air and doing what we do. But it's a beautiful thing to be able to still get that love from the work that I put 15 years ago. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's still, and you love your body, and it's like you've never been ashamed to own your body.
I love my body. I really wish I could be a nudist. But I think my husband would not like that very much. And I wouldn't do it because of Bonnie. Maybe if I didn't have any children. But I do enjoy less clothes.
Yeah.
I think every woman, especially as you grow younger, every woman should always just enjoy who she is and celebrate herself and not be scared to show it. And I mean, listen, let's be real. I'm one of the sexiest women alive. I don't mind, right? And like I told you, from when I was 14, I look in the mirror and I'm like, how do I achieve being the most beautiful, desirable, sexiest woman in the world? I don't know why that was in me, but I'm still like that.
I was going to ask you, where did that confidence come from?
I don't know if it was confidence. I don't know if it was confidence. I don't know if it was just who I felt like when I looked at myself at that young age. I'm like, hold on, now you ain't the regular juggler walking around here, just the regular thrifty girl. Now, you know what I'm saying? You look all right. You know, I look in the mirror like, God. So the mirror has always been my best friend.
Yeah.
And I'm going to age gracefully. I am doing it now. I've been on TV for 15 years, and it's like I just got on TV, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to always keep that look. I work out a lot. I have a really good, I train a lot.
I was going to ask you, what's your regimen?
I train a lot. I do a lot of hot yoga, and I do a lot of hot Pilates.
Yeah.
And so I'll run on the beach, and I'm very active, and I'm like an athlete. Like when I train, like I'm like I'm gonna go out there and play tennis, you know? Like I train like that. So
so you encourage women to as you get older to keep your body up, train, work out,
absolutely,
still look sexy, Just because you're a woman of a certain age don't mean you got to let yourself go. Hit that gym. And if you want to do some tweaks along the way.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little mommy makeover.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to do.
Why do you think so many women like body shame that or like, you know.
Because they just living in the norm. Mm-hmm. They living in the norm.
Yeah.
You know, when you live in the norm, it's hard to step outside. You got to have those people like, it's going to be all right, girl. Go do it. Like, girl, don't worry about what they said. You're going to look great. It's going to make you satisfy yourself and have that confidence that you want and yearn for.
Yeah. What's some of the things you do for yourself?
I just like to go to eat, like a lunch and like a cocktail. And like, I like doing stuff like that by myself. Yeah. You know. Yeah. I don't want to be bothered. I'll go to rehearsals in the morning, and then I'll go to with Ricardo. I'll go with him to have some lunch, have a cocktail, drink a little bit, shop a little bit, and then I'll go home, get the baby. I like to.
Yeah, I tell women all the time, you have to have something for yourself, or else you'll be sucked into whatever it is that you're giving to the world. And this goes for all women of all backgrounds, whether you're in entertainment or you work at a law firm, right? You have to have that time for yourself to rejuvenate, you know, and not be afraid to like step out of the norm. It's okay if you want to go get your breasts done or a lift or a tummy tuck. Now, some go a little crazy, outrageous, but it's nothing wrong with what you want to do with your body. Love it, enjoy it, embrace it. You know? Exactly. So would you be interested in doing any more TV, other TV shows that you don't own? I know you did like the BET, what was that, College Hill or anything like that?
I mean, you know, if the bag is right, you got to do me right. You know what I'm saying? And I might step foot in there. But I'm really focused on doing my own thing, especially with the investors that I have. Like, I have unlimited money to film right now, to film shows. So I'm really like focused on that. And then, you know, with the Dancing Freaks and Taste the Beat and it's just going to be a lot. So I'm just focused. Yeah, I barely got time to do between tour and you know, the cabaret and the Dancing Freaks and the Taste the Beat and you know, performing and filming. It's just so much work.
Now, do you have total control over the edits for your shows?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the only way you don't have total control if you don't own them.
Right. So with College Hill, was you okay with how that played out with you and Amber Rose? Because I know there was a lot of controversy around that. And then the full video came out later, and it was like this all big debate on Twitter. Who won the fight? Who didn't? Like, were you okay with how BT rolled that out?
Listen, I'm not here to talk about that. Yeah. Shout out to Viacom. Mm-hmm. It could have been a lot of ways, but, you know, I have so much going on with. Look, I just sat up here and told you how much great stuff that I have. Right. To talk about anything that don't matter or bring me any greatness or any positivity, it'll be a shame. Yeah. Truly, it'll be a shame.
Yeah, I think because you don't need it, right? Right. Because you have so much else going on in your life, you don't really have to entertain it.
Right. Absolutely. And that's what it is. You don't have to entertain certain things. You got to stick to the program, do what you got to do, handle your business, get your money, and worry about what matters, you know, what matters to me anyways, you know?
And that's good advice to really tell girls on the internet how to not get sucked in, right? It's like it's a choice whether you want to jump in it or stay focused on the things that you need to stay focused on, because sometimes people will bait you so that they can have a moment off of your success. Right.
Yeah. And they do that a lot, you know, but for me, listen, I just got too much going on. I just don't got the time. Yeah. You know, and like I said, it doesn't serve me any purpose. You know, I'm out here doing my thing. I'm out here really doing the Lord's work. I'm doing God's work. I'm doing God's work. When it comes down to the cabaret ladies, when it comes down to like bringing these ladies from where they come from.
How do you choose them, by the way?
Listen, send in your tape. Y'all already know every season we're going to ask you, hey, it's time to send in your tape. And if you are a great dancer, if you think you could be a great personality on TV, then send your stuff in. And I'm doing the God's work, man. These girls go through a lot. Yeah. These girls go through a lot. They would never think in their life they're going to go be put somewhere like Joseline's Cabaret, because I'm worldwide. Yeah. And for them to be able to dance next to me every day, these are young girls. These are, these are young girls that are really trying to figure out their life. Yeah. So for me to be able to do that, nobody ever done that for me.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever done that for me. For me to be able to do that for the girls, I need to pack myself in the back. I need to pack myself in the back a few times because, I don't care if the ladies don't appreciate me. Sometimes I don't feel appreciated. But what I do know in my heart, that me putting those ladies out there, showing the world, the ladies, how amazing they are. And keep a lookout for Joseline's Cabaret California season 6 because it's
happening right now.
It's happening right now. And not only that it's happening, the storyline is crazy.
Yeah.
The storyline is crazy. Everything that's happening and how everything is transitioning, it's pretty epic, I
was going to ask, what was the episode with the rock climbing and
last week?
Yeah, and the girl got scared because she was scared of heights and she almost couldn't fall. She couldn't come down and she had to grab the rope. I was like, was she really afraid of heights?
Yes, I was sitting up there looking at her like, how you get on the plane and you can't even go up there? I don't know. I don't know if that was real or not. To me, it looked like she was acting because you right there. It's like from there to there. Just put your foot down.
Yeah.
The other girl was like, if you would have put your foot down, you would have reached the floor. And that's what I was saying. So it was kind of crazy. But the storyline they're definitely changing, and we got a lot of good surprises coming out this season. So I'm
any
excited for
special guests on this season that we should?
If you got look, I ain't gonna tell you who.
Yeah.
You gotta wait and figure it out.
Yeah.
We got about, let me see how many episodes we got to go. We got about, I want to say 18 more episodes to go.
And you finished filming the whole season already, or are you still currently filming?
We're doing a little bit of both.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're doing a little bit of both.
Yeah.
We can't stop. We got to keep the money flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're doing a little bit of both. But yeah, always shout out to Zeus Network and Lemmy for, letting me rock. You know what I'm saying? In return, you know what I'm saying? You get all those millions and millions and billions and billions of dollars.
Look, he came here the other day, right? He said the network is worth $1 billion now.
Congratulations to him. That's pretty epic.
Yeah, that is pretty epic.
That's pretty epic when you're young and black and you getting that type of money. That's pretty epic.
That's pretty big to have your, evaluations at $1 billion. That's incredible.
It's evaluated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see how I walk up in here this morning.
I know, with the pink suit
on. Listen. We're doing all right over there.
My last question is, what do you want your legacy to be when it's all said and done?
I really feel like I've done so much that I'm really like, I don't want to say my legacy, but I've done so much and I'm very happy with what I've done. I'm so happy with what I've done. Like I couldn't ask for more. I'll be greedy to ask for more. I'm constantly thriving and growing and getting those amazing blessings from the universe and from God and from just everything that I've done, and I collect them every which way,
Yeah.
But I'm very happy where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy. I do have one thing that I would love to do is live a very long time.
Yeah.
I would love to live a very long time. I want to see my kids have kids, and I want to be a grandma and their great grandma. So
do you
if
want
I could
more kids?
Yeah, I'm going to have another kid. Absolutely. I want one more kid. I'm about to get ready to have another baby, girl. I'm trying to listen. It's my husband's birthday today. We're about to start practicing. Hopefully tonight, he ain't showing no blacks. Not my man. I'm ready to have me another baby and
take a break, or are you going to?
I'm going to take a little break. But the cabaret's still going to run itself.
Yeah.
And everything. The girls are still going to be on tour.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not stopping. We just getting started.
You want a boy or a girl, or you would?
I wouldn't dare ask for that. That's too much. That's you just the blessing is to have it, get there and be healthy.
Yeah. So
I'm never that selfish or that entitled. To say I want this or I want that. No,
you're gonna go for it.
Right.
And whatever it is, it's gonna happen.
Y'all keep me in y'all good prayers, good people. And it's been real, babe.
All right. Well, listen. Thank you so much for tapping in, everybody. It is Joseline Hernandez tapping in with Titi, and congratulations on all your success. I wish you the best of luck on this new season, and I have to come check out one of your cabinets. I would say I can dance, but I'm terrible, and I have 2 fucking left feet.
We're gonna bring you on stage. We're gonna make sure you do a little popping,
I can twerk a little bit and I can roll the hips, but
pop the coochie, TT. Pop the coochie.
I can do a little bit, and if I get spicy, if I had some drinks in me, then a different side of me.
So we're gonna have you about a little space at the cabaret. So we're actually coming to New York. Let me tell you.
What's the date? What's the date in New York?
Yeah, I gotta give you the New York date. Everybody, good people of New York. Check me out. I'm going to be here performing live, baby. Drama Times Square, Sunday, October 19th, 7 p.m. sharp.
Times Square. Drama Times Square. Everybody got to come out for
October
that.
19th.
Oh, that's in 1 month.
October 19th in 1 month, and I need you to be there, friend. And we're gonna bring you on stage, and you will clap that ass. I said it here first.
I gotta start practicing.
You clapping that ass.
I gotta start practicing.
You're clapping.
Is it the hips? It's like you gotta sink in and clap.
You married?
Clap. Yes, I am.
You know how to work that coochie?
Yes, I do.
Man, pop that thing. Stop playing, man. You playing games, man.